Good evening. This is Dolia De Silva for Gold FM, bringing you your news roundup. In your top story, a shipment of 3,700 metric tons of liquefied petroleum gas arrived at the port of Colombo this morning, offering a vital lifeline to Sri Lankans currently facing a domestic energy crisis. Litrogas chairman Chandna Jayawardena confirmed that supplies will be dispatched to all major distribution hubs by tonight, with island-wide deliveries set to resume in full from tomorrow morning. The arrival comes as a desperate relief for households and small businesses across the country, where many have spent days in long queues amid a supply shortage. To ensure the market remains stable, the government announced 2 further shipments are expected within this week. One carrying 3,900 metric tons on the 25th, followed by a final 3,700 metric ton delivery on the 28th. Despite these arrivals, local retailers warn that it may take several days to clear the significant backlog of orders that has left several families unable to cook. The Department of Meteorology reports that current heavy rains are gradually subsiding as the low-pressure system in the southwest Bay of Bengal moves away from the island. According to the forecast for tomorrow, several spells of rain are expected in the northern, north-central and northwestern provinces and the Trincomalee district, while coastal areas of Kaltara, Galle and Matara may experience morning showers. Additionally, fairly heavy rains exceeding 50 millimeters is likely in parts of the central and Sabaragamu provinces, as well as the Kalutara, Galle and Matara districts after 2 p.m. Amidst these conditions, a warning has been issued for the naval and fishing communities operating in the Bay of Bengal to the northeast of Sri Lanka. A low-level atmospheric disturbance intensified into a low-pressure area currently positioned northeast of the country, potentially bringing heavy thunder showers and wind speeds of 50 to 60 kilometers per hour in those sea areas. Notably, the highest rainfall in the last 24 hours was recorded in Ratnapura, reaching 171 millimeters. Meanwhile, the National Building Research Institute extended Level 3 red evacuation alerts until 8:30 a.m. tomorrow for 15 divisional secretariat divisions across the Kandy, Galle, Matale and Ratnapura districts. Specifically, the alert covers Yatinura, Dolua, Urudumbara and Gangai Helikorale in Kandy, Yatiantota, Galle, Lehiovita, Adanayaka and Mavanalla in Galle, and several areas in Matale including Rattota and Vilgamur alongside Ratnapura division. Police launched an investigation after a 72-year-old father of 5 died in an apparent robbery in the Tiladia area of Putlam. An unidentified individual reportedly visited the victim's home last night and requested a transport service, after which the driver failed to return. Family members alerted authorities this morning, leading to the discovery of the body alongside a road near the residence. Officials confirmed that the victim's 3-wheeler went missing following the fatal encounter. The gunman arrested for the Akuragoda double murder confessed to killing a lawyer and his wife on direct orders from organised criminal Karantinya Sudha. The suspect, a 46-year-old former soldier and drug addict, claimed the kingpin ordered the hit because the lawyer allegedly possessed his passport details and intended to facilitate his extradition. Police revealed the suspect received 100,000 rupees and a quantity of crystal meth or ice to carry out the attack using a T-56 rifle. Technical analysis of telephone data led officers to a poultry farm in Ambalangoda, where the shooter hid following the crime. Investigations showed that the suspect fired 8 rounds at the victim as a favour to the kingpin, who previously paid for his bail in a separate case. While one gunman remains in custody under a 90-day detention order, the second gunman and the getaway driver, who reportedly fled the country, remain at large. The Committee on Public Accounts revealed that the Sabaragamu Provincial Council irregularly paid 5.9 million rupees twice for the same task across 21 playground development projects. The financial discrepancy came to light when council officials appeared before the committee to address audit concerns. COPA Chairman Kabir Hashim, alongside Agriculture Ministry Secretary SMDC Samrasekara and Auditor General Samadika Charatna, questioned the officials regarding the oversight. A suspect was arrested in Anuradhapura with 255 grams of heroin after police received a tip-off about illegal activities in the vicinity. A senior European Union lawmaker proposed postponing a crucial vote on the EU-US trade deal scheduled for this week. The proposal follows claims that the legal foundation of the agreement shifted after recent American policy changes. Tensions escalated after the US Supreme Court struck down global tariffs on Friday, prompting calls within the EU to reassess the terms of the deal. This led President Donald Trump to implement a temporary 10% tariff, which was increased to 15% yesterday, which prompted calls within the EU. The Metropolitan Police launched an internal review into the conduct of close protection officers who accompanied Andrew Mountbatten Windsor to the New York residence of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The move follows the release of over 3 million pages of documents by the US Department of Justice earlier this month, which includes emails and flight logs suggesting that British taxpayers may have inadvertently funded security for the former prince at casual dinner parties hosted by Epstein. While the Met stated that they have identified no evidence of criminal wrongdoing by its officers at this time, the force is now actively identifying and contacting both serving and former personnel. Detectives urged those officers to consider carefully whether they witnessed any activities relevant to ongoing international investigations into human trafficking and sexual exploitation. US President Donald Trump is demanding that Netflix immediately fire former UN ambassador and board member Susan Rice. The president labelled Rice a political hack and questioned her professional values as the streaming giant attempts to finalize an $83 billion acquisition of Warner Brothers Discovery. England secured a dominant 51-run victory over Sri Lanka in their T20 World Cup Super 8 opener, leaving the co-hosts' tournament ambitions in serious jeopardy. Despite a disciplined bowling performance that restricted England to 146 for 9, the Sri Lankan batting order collapsed under pressure. Sri Lanka managed only 95 in 16.4 overs, with only Dasan Shanaka scoring 30. That's it for now. This is Zulia De Silva for Gold FM. Thank you, and have a lovely evening ahead.